Gmail access from another country can be scary, but the right response is not panic. It is investigation. Check Gmail's last account activity. Check your Google account devices. Review recent security events. Understand that location can sometimes be imperfect. Check forwarding and filters. Review connected apps. Verify recovery email and phone number. Look for signs inside your inbox. Turn on stronger protection. And if you find suspicious access, secure the account and then check the other accounts connected to it. In my opinion, the most important lesson is this: your Gmail is not just email, it is your digital control room. If someone gets inside, they may be able to see far more than messages. So remember, if the location looks strange, investigate. If the device is unknown, sign it out. If a rule or recovery method was not created by you, remove it. If your account protects money, identity, or other accounts, add stronger security now. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay safe online. Before you go, comment below. Have you ever checked whether your Gmail was being accessed from another country? Most people think a hacked Gmail account is obvious. They imagine waking up one morning and being completely locked out. The password no longer works. The recovery phone number has changed. The profile photo is different. Friends are receiving strange messages. Important emails are missing. And yes, that can happen. But in my opinion, one of the scarier situations is not when the hacker locks you out immediately. It is when they do not lock you out at all. They stay quiet. They read. They watch. They wait. They look for password reset emails. They look for bank alerts. They look for shopping receipts. They look for tax documents. They look for private conversations. They look for anything that helps them understand your life. That is why Gmail security matters so much. Your Gmail is not just an inbox. For many people, Gmail is the control center for their digital life. It is connected to shopping accounts, bank alerts, social media resets, cloud storage, work documents, school accounts, medical portals, travel bookings, family conversations, and sometimes years of personal history. So if someone is accessing your Gmail from another country, another device, or a location you do not recognize, it is not just an email problem. It can become an identity problem, a financial problem, a privacy problem, and an account takeover problem. Today, we are going to talk about how to check whether your Gmail is being accessed from another country, what signs to look for, what can be normal, what should worry you, and what to do if something looks suspicious. And I want to be clear from the beginning, this video is not about hacking. This video is not about spying on anyone. This video is not about breaking into accounts. This is only about protecting your own Google account and understanding the security tools Google already gives you. Welcome to Cyber Safety Brief, where we explain cybersecurity and online safety in simple language for everyday Americans. This channel is for families, workers, students, parents, retirees, small business owners, and anyone who wants to stay safer online without needing a technical background. Before we continue, here is a quick but important note. This video is based on authentic, legal, publicly available, and defensive cybersecurity information. Everything here is for awareness, prevention, and protection only. We do not promote hacking, credential theft, phishing, unauthorized access, bypassing security, malware, spying, or any harmful activity. The goal is simple: help you protect your Gmail account before someone else uses it against you. Let's get into it. Lesson 1. The first place to check is Gmail's last account activity. Let's start with the most direct place most Gmail users should know about. When you open Gmail on a computer, there is a section near the bottom of the page called Last Account Activity. Many people never notice it. They open Gmail, read messages, search old emails, and close the tab. But that little area can tell you something important. It can show recent activity connected to your Gmail account, including access details such as time, date, and IP address information. In simple terms, it helps you answer this question: has my Gmail been accessed recently in a way that does not look like me? Now, here is the important part. Do not panic just because you see a location that looks strange. Location information can sometimes be imperfect. Your internet provider may route traffic through another city. A mobile carrier may show a different region. A VPN can make you appear somewhere else. A work network may route traffic strangely. Travel can make your activity look unusual. So the goal is not to panic. The goal is to investigate. In my opinion, this is where people make two opposite mistakes. Some people ignore strange activity completely. Other people panic immediately because one location looks unfamiliar. The better response is calm review. Look at the time. Look at the device or access type if shown. Look at whether you are using Gmail at that moment. Look at whether the activity matches your normal routine. For example, if you live in Texas and you see access from another state around the same time you were using mobile data, it may be explainable. But if you see repeated access from a country you have never visited, at times when you were asleep, and from access types you do not recognize, that deserves attention. The safest mindset is this. One strange detail is a question. A pattern of strange details is a warning. If something looks unfamiliar, do not ignore it. Move to your Google account security settings and review your devices, security events, and account recovery options. Your Gmail activity is not the whole story. It is the first clue. Lesson 2. Check your Google account devices, not just Gmail. Here is something many people misunderstand. Gmail is part of your Google account, so checking Gmail alone is not enough. Someone may access your Google account through a phone, tablet, browser, app, or session that still has permission. That is why the next place to check is your Google account security page. Inside your Google account, there is a section for devices that have access to your account. This is where you may see phones, laptops, tablets, browsers, or sessions connected to your account. In my opinion, this is one of the most important security checks because people often forget how many devices they have used over the years. An old phone, a work computer, a shared tablet, a hotel computer, a school laptop, a browser session from months ago, a device you sold, a device you lost, a device you borrowed. All of these can become risk points if they still have access. When you review your devices, ask yourself a few simple questions. Do I recognize this device? Do I still own it? Did I sign in there? Is the location reasonable? Was the activity recent? Does the browser or device name make sense? If you see a device you do not recognize, you should not just stare at it and hope it is nothing. You should investigate and, if needed, sign it out. The key is to avoid emotional guessing. Sometimes a device name looks strange but belongs to you. For example, a browser session may not show the exact device name you expect. But if the device is unfamiliar, the location is strange, and the timing does not match your activity, treat it seriously. In my opinion, the device list is like checking the doors and windows of your house. You may trust your front door, but if an old side door is still open, someone can still enter. Your Gmail account works the same way. A strong password is helpful, but if an old session is still active on a device you forgot, the password alone may not solve everything. When in doubt, sign out devices you do not recognize and change your password afterward. That order matters. You want to remove access? Then strengthen the lock. Lesson 3. Review recent security events for unfamiliar activity. The next area to check is recent security activity inside your Google account. This is where Google may show security-related events connected to your account. For example, you may see sign-ins from new devices, password changes, recovery changes, suspicious sign-in attempts, or other security actions. This matters because Gmail activity shows mail access, but security activity gives you a wider view of your Google account. In my opinion, this is where many people find the real warning signs. Maybe Gmail itself looks normal, but recent security activity shows a new device sign-in, or a recovery phone change, or a new location, or a security setting update that you do not remember making. That is important. A realistic example could look like this. You check Gmail activity and notice something unusual. Then you go into Google Account Security and see that a new device signed in from a country you do not recognize. You also see that your recovery email was changed. Now, the situation is much more serious. That is not just a strange login. That may be an account takeover attempt. If you see activity you did not perform, use the account's built-in option to say it was not you and follow the security steps shown. Do not delay. The longer an unauthorized person has access, the more time they have to change settings, read mail, reset other accounts, and hide evidence. What most people underestimate is that attackers do not always make big, obvious changes immediately. Sometimes they make small changes first. They add a recovery option. They connect an app. They create forwarding rules. They read quietly. They wait for an opportunity. That is why reviewing recent security activity is so important. It helps you see not just access, but behavior. And behavior tells a bigger story. Lesson 4. Understand that another country is not always proof, but it is never something to ignore. Let's talk about the phrase accessed from another country. This can be scary, and sometimes it is a real warning. But it is also important to understand that location data can be complicated. Your location may appear different for several reasons. You may be using a VPN. Your company network may route traffic through another region. Your mobile carrier may show a different city or area. Your internet service provider may assign an IP address that appears somewhere else. You may have traveled recently. You may have used public Wi-Fi. Google's location estimate may not always match your exact physical location. So if you see a strange location, do not immediately assume the worst. But do not dismiss it either. In my opinion, this is where balanced thinking matters. A strange country plus an unknown device plus activity at a strange time is very different from a strange city on a device you recognize. Context matters. Here's a practical way to think about it. If the device is yours, the time matches your activity, and you are using a VPN or mobile network, the location may be explainable. But if the device is unfamiliar, the time does not match you, and the country is somewhere you have no connection to, that is a serious signal. A realistic example. You live in Florida. You do not use a VPN. You see Gmail activity from another country at 3 a.m. You also see a device you do not recognize. You also notice a password reset email for one of your accounts in your trash folder. That is not something to ignore. That is a pattern. And patterns matter. The safest response is to treat unknown foreign access as a security event until proven otherwise. Change your password. Sign out unfamiliar devices. Review recovery options. Check forwarding rules. Turn on two-step verification or strengthen it. Check connected apps. And review your sensitive accounts, especially banking, shopping, social media, and cloud accounts. The country label is only one clue. Do not focus only on the country. Focus on the whole account story. Lesson 5. Check for Gmail forwarding rules and filters. This is one of the most overlooked parts of Gmail security. Even if you change your password, someone may have created a forwarding rule or filter. A forwarding rule can send copies of your emails somewhere else. A filter can hide messages, archive them, delete them, mark them as read, or move them to folders. This matters because an attacker may not need to stay logged in forever if they already created a way to keep receiving your important messages. In my opinion, this is one of the quietest and most dangerous account compromise signs. People change their password and think they are safe, but they never check whether their email is still being forwarded. Imagine this. Someone gets into your Gmail. They create a filter that sends bank alerts to archive. They create another filter that forwards password reset emails. They delete security alerts. Then they leave. You change your password later, but the hidden filter remains. That is why changing the password is not the whole cleanup. You need to inspect the account. Go into Gmail settings and review forwarding and filters. Look for any email address you do not recognize. Look for filters that automatically delete messages. Look for filters that archive security alerts. Look for rules involving words like password, verification, bank, code, login, reset, Amazon, PayPal, or account. Do not delete everything blindly if you use filters yourself. But if you find a rule you did not create, treat it seriously. A hidden forwarding rule can be like a small hole in the wall. You may lock the door, but information still leaks out. What most people underestimate is that email attacks are often about visibility. If someone can see your inbox, they can see your life. If someone can see your reset emails, they may be able to attack your other accounts. So after any suspicious login, always check forwarding and filters. Not later, immediately. Lesson 6. Check third-party apps connected to your Google account. Another place people forget to check is connected apps. Over time, you may give apps access to your Google account. Maybe a calendar tool, a mail organizer, a phone app, a browser extension, a productivity tool, a game, a scanner app, a file converter, a random service you used once and forgot. Some apps request limited access. Others may request access to your email, contacts, drive, calendar, or account information. The problem is that if a connected app is unsafe, compromised, or unnecessary, it may create risk even if your password is secure. In my opinion, connected apps are like giving spare keys to services you may not even remember. Some may be fine, some may be outdated, some may no longer be needed, some may be risky. You should review which apps have access to your Google account and remove anything you do not recognize or no longer use. This is especially important if you suspect your Gmail has been accessed from another country. Why? Because unauthorized access is not always just a password problem. Sometimes access happens through permissions. A realistic example. You sign into a third-party email tool years ago. Later, you forget about it. That app still has access. If the app is compromised or misused, your email privacy may be affected even if nobody directly logs into your Gmail with your password. That is why app permissions matter. The safer approach is simple. Keep only apps you trust and actively use. Remove old access. Be careful with browser extensions. Avoid unknown tools that ask for broad email permissions. And when in doubt, disconnect the app and reconnect later only if you truly need it. In my opinion, your Google account should not be a storage closet full of forgotten permissions. It should be clean, intentional, limited. The fewer unnecessary doors you leave open, the safer your account becomes. Lesson 7. Check your recovery email, phone number, and security settings. If someone gets access to your Gmail, one of the most dangerous things they can do is change recovery options. Your recovery email and phone number help prove ownership if you get locked out. If an attacker changes those, they may make it harder for you to recover the account later. That is why you should regularly check them. Go to your Google account security settings and review your recovery email and recovery phone. Do you recognize them? Do you still control them? Is the recovery email secure? Is the phone number current? Did anything change recently? In my opinion, recovery settings are the part of account security people only care about after something goes wrong. But by then, it may be harder. A recovery email that you no longer control is a problem. An old phone number you no longer use is a problem. A recovery method added by someone else is a serious warning. A realistic example, you notice Gmail activity from another country. Then you check recovery settings and see a recovery email you do not recognize. That is a major red flag. It may mean someone tried to create a way back into your account. If you find unfamiliar recovery information, change your password immediately, remove the unknown recovery method, sign out other devices, and complete Google's security checkup. Also, make sure your recovery email has its own strong password and two-step verification. Do not protect Gmail while leaving the recovery email weak. That is like locking your front door, but leaving the spare key under the mat. Your recovery account must be protected too. The same is true for your phone number. If your phone carrier account is weak, someone may try to take control of your number. That can affect text-based verification. So yes, Gmail security includes more than Gmail. It includes your phone, your recovery email, your devices, your apps, your password habits, Everything is connected. Lesson 8. Look for signs inside your inbox that someone has been there. Sometimes the account activity page gives clues, but your inbox can also tell a story. If someone has been inside your Gmail, you may notice strange signs. Emails marked as read when you did not read them. Messages in trash that you did not delete. Password reset emails you did not request. Security alerts from other services. Missing emails. Archived messages. Sent emails you did not send. New labels you did not create. Filters you did not set. Forwarding you did not approve. Search history that feels unusual. In my opinion, inbox behavior matters because attackers often interact with email quietly. They may search for words like bank, password, login, code, invoice, tax, PayPal, crypto, Amazon, or documents. They may open messages but not delete them. They may delete alerts that would expose them. They may archive warnings so you do not notice. A realistic example. You check your Gmail and find password reset emails in the trash. You do not remember requesting them. You also notice security alerts from social media accounts. That may mean someone used your email to try to access other accounts. This is why you should not only check login history, you should also check what happened inside the mailbox. Search for suspicious keywords. Look at trash. Look at spam. Look at sent mail. Look at archived messages. Look at filters. Look at labels. Look at recent security alerts from other platforms. If you see account reset emails you did not request, visit those accounts directly and secure them too. Your Gmail may be the first domino. If it falls, other accounts can fall after it. That is why email account security should never be treated as a small issue. It is the foundation under many other accounts. Lesson 9. Turn on stronger protection before something happens. Once you check for strange access, the next step is protection. Do not wait until your account is compromised to improve security. The first major step is using a strong, unique password. Not a password you used on another site, not a slightly changed version of an old password, not your name, birthday, pet name, school name, or favorite team. Use something long and unique. A password manager can help because it can create and remember strong passwords for you. The second major step is two-step verification. This adds another layer beyond your password. Even if someone learns your password, they may still need a second factor. Google may offer several options depending on your account and device, such as prompts, authenticator codes, security keys, or passkeys. In my opinion, two-step verification is one of the most important protections for Gmail because Gmail controls access to so many other accounts. A password protects the door. Two-step verification adds a second lock. But remember this: never share verification codes with anyone. A scammer pretending to be support may ask for the code. A fake login page may request it. A caller may say they need it to verify you. Do not share it. Verification codes are for you to use inside the official sign-in process, not for someone else to collect. Also consider passkeys if they are available and you understand how they work. Passkeys can reduce reliance on passwords and can be more resistant to phishing when used properly. The important point is this: do not let Gmail depend on only one password. Because if that password is stolen, reused, guessed, or phished, your entire digital life may be exposed. Lesson 10. What to do if you find suspicious access from another country? Now let's talk about the moment people worry about most. You check Gmail, you check devices, you check recent security activity, and something looks wrong. A country you do not recognize, a device you do not own, a sign-in time that does not match you, a recovery change you did not make, a forwarding rule you never created. What now? First, do not panic. Panic causes rushed decisions. Rushed decisions create more mistakes. Second, secure the account from a trusted device. Change your Google password to something long, unique, and not used anywhere else. Then sign out of unfamiliar devices. Review recent security activity and mark unfamiliar activity as not yours when the account gives that option. Remove unknown recovery emails and phone numbers. Check forwarding and filters. Remove suspicious connected apps. Turn on or strengthen two-step verification. Check your inbox for password reset emails or suspicious activity from other services. Then move outward. Secure your banking accounts, shopping accounts, social media, cloud storage, password manager, phone carrier, any account connected to that Gmail. In my opinion, people often stop too early. They change the Gmail password and think the job is done. But if someone accessed your Gmail, they may have already used it to target other accounts. So you need to check the surrounding accounts too. A realistic response plan looks like this. You see a suspicious login from another country. You change the password. You sign out unknown devices. You check recovery settings. You remove unknown filters. You check connected apps. You turn on stronger authentication. You review financial accounts. You monitor your inbox and bank alerts for unusual activity. That is a much stronger response than just changing one password. And if money is involved, contact your bank quickly. If identity theft is suspected, use official reporting channels and consider freezing your credit depending on the situation. The key idea is simple. Suspicious Gmail access is not only an email issue. It may be the start of a wider account security problem. Treat it with the seriousness it deserves. Now let's make this practical. Here is a simple 15-minute Gmail security check anyone can do. First, open Gmail on a computer and check the last account activity details. Look for unfamiliar access times, locations, or IP activity. Second, open your Google account security settings and review all devices. If you see a device you do not recognize, sign it out. Third, review recent security events. If something was not you, follow the account steps to secure it. Fourth, check your recovery email and phone number. Make sure both belong to you and are current. Fifth, review Gmail forwarding and filters. Remove anything suspicious. Sixth, review third-party apps connected to your Google account. Remove anything you do not recognize or no longer use. Seventh, turn on or strengthen two-step verification. Eighth, check your inbox, trash, spam, sent mail, and archived messages for strange activity. This may sound like a lot, but once you do it, you will understand your account much better. In my opinion, every Gmail user should do this at least once in a while. Not because you should live in fear, because Gmail is too important to ignore. Your email is where the rest of your digital life connects, and protecting it is one of the smartest cybersecurity habits you can build. Let me ask you something. Have you ever checked your Gmail account activity before? A lot of people have never clicked that little activity section at the bottom of Gmail. And honestly, I understand why. It is easy to miss. But now that you know it exists, I would like to know your opinion. Which Gmail security check feels most important to you? A. Checking recent activity. B. Reviewing signed-in devices. C. Checking recovery email and phone. D. Looking for forwarding rules. E. Turning on two-step verification. Comment below with your answer. Do not share private account details, locations, IP addresses, or screenshots with personal information. Just share which check you think most people ignore. If this video helps you understand Gmail security more clearly, like the video and subscribe to Cyber Safety Brief. We explain cybersecurity, scams, privacy risks, and account protection in simple language, so everyday people can protect their email, money, identity, and family online.